Hello guys and welcome to my pressing session. So the first part of the workout today called for log press, 1 rep every 90 seconds for 8 sets. So I decided to do 90% of my log max. That's what's on the program. My max log, the most I've ever done, is 145 kilos, so 90% of that rounded off is about 130 kilos. So today I went in with the intention of doing 130 kilos for 8 sets, 1 rep every 90 seconds. So these are the warm-ups at the moment. So I went 47 kilos, 85 kilos, and then here we are doing 100 kilos for a double. It's very important to make sure that you get thorough warm-up. I'm very careful here to make sure I go up in 10 kilo increments at a time. If I'm doing 130, I don't want to start by doing 85 and then 100 or 110 and then jump into 130. It's always best to try and go up 10 kilos at a time. Any more than that and it tends not to end well. So I don't want to go to 110 and then jump to 130. It's better. So on the last warm up I went to 120, so that when I get to the 130 it's not so much of a shock to me. Okay, so here we are now. This is the first set, 130 kilos or 287 pounds, which is 20.5 stone in old money. A couple of weeks ago I did 120 kilo log press, every minute on a minute for 12 minutes. So really up in the ante today, and going for 130. I've speeded up the video here because this whole set would have took 12 minutes to do, since I'm doing 1 rep every 90 seconds. Probably takes about 20 to 30 seconds to get up, set myself properly and actually execute the lift. So my rest time is about a minute, maybe slightly more than that, maybe 60-65 seconds rest time. So that's my second set here, and yeah, to be honest, it felt okay actually, really. I've got swollen ankles at the moment, so it's a bit difficult for me to push off my feet and come onto my toes really. So I'm really just trying to focus on getting my head back and just trying to maintain good technique as much as I can. One of the good things about doing this protocol is you get to do lots of singles, and it really does reinforce your form and help, especially when you get to the heavy weights. So this is good at practicing lots of heavy singles, so I really like doing this. I will warn you though, if you've not done it before, it's not easy really. Like I say, you're barely resting. This kind of training is something you really need to ease into really. So if your max log is 100 kilos or something, you don't want to be doing 90 kilos and then doing this sort of workout. You want to start doing EMOMs every minute on the minute with a low weight, and then gradually build it up until you're confident. There wasn't really a lot of doubt in my mind, to be honest. I was quite confident that I would be able to get all sets with 130, and I was able to do so. So here we are, I'm on my 5th set already, and in between my workouts I'm sitting down. I was breathing a bit heavy. Like I say, this is a tough workout, it's not as easy as it seems. Repeatedly log pressing 130 kilos again and again and again. I was eating bananas in between sets and drinking my Lucozade just to try and get them carbs in and give me the energy for what's to follow. And I got to 6 here. And yeah, I was feeling good. So after I did this, I knew I only had 2 sets, so I knew I was going to finish it quite easy with flying colours really. I've got a competition, a strongman competition, as many of you may know, on November the 6th, so literally just a couple of weeks away. So this week I'm going to be pushing the weight a bit, and then I'm going to be taking the deload, so that hopefully by the comp I should be able to go. I've not been well recently, as I've said before, and I did lose over a week of progress really. So I'm just trying to come at the heavy weights really, so that hopefully I should be ready for the comp. it should have been an 8-week cycle, but this is my 4th week really, and I'm only going to be able to complete the 4th week. So with some of the workouts, I have actually upped the weight a bit. So here's the final set of 8, and yeah, this was alright. I will be honest, a couple of minutes after this I did load the weight up to 140, and unfortunately I failed 2 attempts. I think it was a case of I was literally just fatigued, and also 140, that's only 5 kilos away from my best ever, so it wasn't exactly the smartest thing. Now moving on to strict log, so I wanted to establish a new 5 rep max. I've done 100 kilos for 6 before, so I wanted to get a best 5. So I went for this 110 kilo or 243 pound, and I got 5, and although it was a little tough, I feel like I could have got 6 or 7 reps here if I tried. So after this I thought, you know what, I'm going to go up to 115 kilos or 254 pound. I wasn't done with this. So here we are, I've now loaded up to 254 pound, and I thought, right, I'm going to do this for 5 reps and again try and beat what I did previously. Unfortunately this went a little bit wrong here, so I've got my 1, 2. After the 3rd rep, unfortunately I lost my balance here. So you notice I took a step back here, I just lost my groove and all that, and I just lost power. I'm very confident I could have got 5 reps there, but where I took a stumble, unfortunately I just lost my groove, because I'm very confident I could have got 5. So I went back again, and I thought I'm going to do it this time, but unfortunately due to fatigue this time, I only managed 2. This time I didn't stumble, I made sure I had my footing right, but this time it wasn't anything that I did wrong. It was just a simple fact of I was just fatigued and couldn't do it. Now if I hadn't have done the 110, if I'd have gone straight to the 115, I almost certainly would have got 5 reps, but you know, it's not a great disappointment. I still established a new 5 rep max with 110, so yeah, on the whole, technically the workout was a success. Okay, so doing Powell Raises now. I'd already done 2 sets before this with 10 kilos and 12.5 kilos, so the 3rd and final set is 14 kilos. With Powell Raises you really want to try and aim for about 10% of your max log. Well, my max log is 145, so that translates to 14.5 kilos. So here I'm using 14, and yeah, got 8 reps on each side, and it was a little bit tough, but I think I can do a bit more, but 14 will do. I was really happy with this. I think I've done this weight before, I'm not really sure. I'd have to go back and look in my logs, but this is pretty much the top weight that I've done on Powell Raises really, and it's enough. Always remember when you're pressing to do your shoulder stab work, shoulder stability work, it's always important. I really like these. I do them on the floor because I tried to do them on a bench, but I just kept slipping off the bench. As you can see, I'm a big guy. I weigh 146 kilos or 23 stone. A smaller guy could probably stay on the bench, but not me. Okay, moving on now to incline log press. So today I just wanted to establish a 3 rep max on the incline log. My previous best, which I think I did at the beginning of the year, was 136.5 kilos for 3. But it's been a long time since I've done a 3 rep max. A week or so ago I did do 295 for 5, so I was quite confident that I'd be able to go well over 300 on here. So this is my last warm up at 251 pounds, and yeah, that was easy, and because of the ease of it I knew that I'd be good for a bit more. So I thought, well, I'll start with 301, so here's my 301. Notice I'm not wearing any wrist wraps or elbow sleeves, so I was quite pleased I did it like this. I've got a bit of a dodgy wrist at the moment, so I'm trying to press without wraps to see if I can try and build the strength back in the wrist. So I did that, and I thought, yeah, okay, I'll go a little bit further. That was a bit tough, but so I went to 139 kilos and did this triple, and yeah, this was hard, but I felt like I could have did a bit more, but I didn't really want to push it. I didn't want to go to the well too often, because what I didn't want to do is go up to like 140 odds and then fail it. I'd already had a couple of failures today, and so I thought I'll try and end it on a good note, which I managed to do. I don't really want to have too many failures in the same workout, because otherwise it's just going to mess with my head, and like I say, with a comp coming up soon, I really can't afford that. I was a bit silly with a log press. After doing the 8 sets of 130, I went for 140, and to be honest I should have just left it alone, but I was confident I could have got it. For some reason I didn't, really don't know why. Okay, so this is the dead hang now with neutral grip. New PB now, 60 seconds. So I've done 60 seconds with a pronated grip and 60 seconds neutral grip. So I've just got to try and best my supinated grip, which I think currently stands around 20 odd seconds. Like I say, that's the weakest grip of all. So pretty pleased to just hang there for a whole minute at 322 pound body weight. So yeah, all in all, a good session. Like I say, I had a couple of failures on the log, but at the end of the day, I still judge it as a successful session because I established a new 5 rep max on strict log at 110 kilos, and I did manage to get through the 8 sets of 1. If I had got the 140, that would have helped. It would have been a cherry on the cake, but at the end of the day, it's no big deal that I failed it, really. So anyway, that's the end of the video now. Next training session should be Saturday, so I'm going to be doing some axle bar deadlifts to get me ready for the competition. Okay, cheers guys, see you soon.